Hello, I'm Gideon Mitchell. In a previous ad, I explained that learning Power BI development will be really good for your career if you're a data analyst. But let's look in a bit more detail at why Power BI would, in my opinion, be the best program to learn rather than, for example, Tableau or Click or any of the other programs that are in the market. So I can sum it up really just by saying that Power BI is the best program. But that's obviously extremely glib. So let me add a little bit of validation to that and drill into why it's the best program. So here is Gartner's Magic Quadrant analysis for the analytics and BI marketplace. And you can see on the picture, they've got Microsoft up in the right-hand corner. So Microsoft, I think the reason they put Microsoft rather than just Power BI is that they're counting Power BI as the main component, but also there are a couple of other offerings that Microsoft has in that space. And you can see that according to Gartner, there is quite a distance really between Microsoft and the next competitor down, Tableau. So one reason for that, I think, apart from that Power BI is itself the best all-round program, is because Power BI is one component of Microsoft's new Power Platform system. So let's examine why the Power Platform is such a big deal. It consists of 5 main components. The one on the right, the Power Pages, has been added very recently. So if you've seen a picture like this from a few months ago, you might have seen the earlier version with just the first 4. So I'll just go through these really quickly. We've obviously got Power BI. This is the program that we're talking about. And that is the part of the Power Platform that allows you to make sense of your data. Then we've got Power Apps. Power Apps is a system that allows you to create your own applications, your own programs for use in your own organization with little or no programming. So you can make these things without actually having to hire a professional programmer. Power Automate creates flows that connect things together. So if there's some kind of event, like for example, an email arriving, that can trigger a Power Automate flow that makes something else happen. So it allows us to join everything up and to automate our processes. Power Virtual Agents allow us to develop chatbots. Now, if you're like me, then you probably had some rather bad experiences of working with chatbots, but they're in their infancy at the moment. They haven't really been developed much. And I think potentially they could be really useful because they provide a much more free-form way of allowing users to interact with our computer apps and our programs. And then finally, Power Pages. This is really a kind of Power App that sits in a website. So by putting all of these things on the same platform, Microsoft is developing a strategic vision for the future for working with computer systems in organizations that I think is tremendously powerful. I think putting all of these 5 components together in the same system will potentially make people working in organizations much, much more productive. And so I think the whole system is tremendously powerful. And I see, if we come back to Gartner's picture, I see Microsoft accelerating off into the top right-hand corner and leaving the rest of the competition standing over the next few years. So if you're considering which program to learn, whether to do Power BI or Tableau or one of the others, what I'm saying here is that Microsoft's vision with its Power Platform makes a big difference. And I would recommend that you hitch yourself to Microsoft and join the bandwagon because they are going to be taking off in the next few years. So let me just finish off by saying I will be back again in a couple of days to explain the difference between the way that we teach these courses and the way that other training companies deal with this kind of material. So I hope to see you again soon.